Hello, this is King Rex coming at you with another euchre video. This is more of a strategy video. The basically is I'm asking, was this a good call? Analyzing a particular hand that I found on Reddit. You're sitting in the first seat with the following hands: the 10 and 9 of clubs, Ace of Hearts, Ace of Diamonds, Queen of Diamonds. The Jack of Clubs is on the top of the kitty. You're up 7-0. Should you call this hand? My answer is that you really shouldn't. But the Redditor in question says his hand works like it's magic. Um, I have to disagree on this. The dealer will usually pick up the jack, so ordering a jack to the dealer generally isn't that smart of idea. Unless you have a hand that's just so good you have to call it. Let's say you had a hand full of clubs, say like 4 clubs, then you probably need to order that jack. You could still go next here anyways. You could do a no trump next, which isn't a terrible idea, and hope to hit your partner in spades. Um, The two aces you have give you a good chance of taking a trick or two, regardless of any suit that's called. Remember, you have the ace and queen of diamonds, so if diamonds is called, unless someone has both jacks, that queen would be good most likely. I mean, the ace would be good most likely. So if the ace of hearts, if they call spades, you have two offsuit aces. If they call hearts, you're a little weaker, but you still have the ace of diamonds. This hand only worked because nobody else had more than one trump. A hand like this, you would have to lead trump out on the first trick, which they did. And since they cleared all the trump on trick one, they pretty much both of their aces and their remaining trump were good. Basically, this happened because two trump were buried in the kitty, the left bower, and I believe the king, making it really a strange hand. Usually, you wouldn't get that lucky if you're ordering one up, especially if you're ordering the right bower up. The Redditor did claim that they could just chalk it up to a donate if the hand failed and they got euchred. That leads to another important fact is, would this be a good donation? Remember, you have 10 of clubs, 9 of clubs, ace of hearts, ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds. So you have a very good defense here against the clubs call. Remember, you have 2 clubs. That means there's only 5 clubs left, meaning it would be extremely rare for the dealer to have the 5 remaining clubs. And in fact, they would have to have what's called the royal flush euchre hand, which would be both bowers, ace, king, queen. Uh, I've only ever had that one time. I've played probably 500 to maybe even 600 Euchre 3D games. I don't recall ever seeing an opponent have it, or even in games that I've spectated, because there are a lot of Euchre games from 3D that are actually online on YouTube that you can watch beyond my videos. There's another good channel called Euchre TV that you can watch their videos as well. So I've watched a lot of hands go by, and I've only ever seen it happen one time that I can remember, or only happened to me once in over 500 games. So what does this mean? You can most likely catch a lower call on offsuits. You have 2 aces and the lead. This means you can lead 1 ace on first street and hold 1 ace for later, meaning you will not be forced into a situation where you have to choose between aces. Um, Donating at 7-0 isn't an absolutely terrible idea, but it doesn't really help your winning chances. The spot you want to donate at in order to increase your chances of winning are 9-6, 9-7, or 8-6 with the jack up. I also believe that donating at 9-0, 9-1, and 9-2 don't hurt you too much because it doesn't really hurt your winning chances all that bad. Realistically, 7-0 isn't a good donating spot, especially when you have good defense. If you had absolutely no defense, I could see donating here, but I certainly wouldn't donate with this hand because this is actually a really good clubs defensive hand. Now, there were 2 different simulators for this hand. The one on the right was the one I always run, and it says that you should just pass and watch it play out. If you pass, it actually says you have a positive chance of scoring points, where if you call it, you're generally going to lose points. The one on the left is the one that was actually on the Reddit page. It said you would score best by if you pass in the first round and the dealer picks up, or someone else calls clubs, you got a negative 0.24. If you order, it's a negative 0.7, meaning that your chances of your chances of scoring are much better if you pass, or you're going to lose points anyway on this hand usually, but it's not going to bite as much if your opponents call it. If you call spades on the second round, you lose about a half a point. Call diamonds, you're roughly looking at half a point anyway, a very small difference. But passing again is a third of a point. So realistically, this is a hand that you should pass again, and just hope that one of your aces can take a trick when the time comes. Just because this person got lucky on this hand doesn't mean that they made a good call. Which is why I went through and analyzed it, because I just thought that this just didn't look good. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and have a great day.